Okay guys, it's gonna be my first YouTube video.
Starting this journey, I didn't know it would turn into this. As a kid, I always inspired to be a filmmaker. Finding a platform like YouTube, I knew it would be an avenue to share my creativity with the world. As things started to evolve, my videos began to fund my passions. Slowly collecting money, I was ready to acquire my first big purchase. Thinking long and hard, I decided to get a brand new 2020 Can-Am Outlander.
This is it, man.
This is it?
This is it. This Can-Am is probably one of the baddest four-wheelers I've ever...
What this four-wheeler did for me is more than I could ever imagine. For 2 years, me and this four-wheeler went as hard as we could, making everlasting memories and content. Pushing anything to its limits day in and day out, it has to give out eventually. Like all great stories, they must come to an end. But this ain't that story.
Oh boy! We are finally rolling up to Robert's to finally see the Outlander. I'm so stoked. This has been a long time coming. As you guys know, we got the four-wheeler back and it lasted probably 4 days before I blew the motor out. Well, we were planning on blowing the motor up anyway because we had to go big with it. And when I say big, Robert has done a lot to this thing. You guys all know this is the four-wheeler that really took me off in the mudding industry. And I see it, dude. It looks so good. Holy cow. I only see the back half right now. Oh my goodness. Hop on out of here. Robert, buddy. How's it going, dude?
It's hot today.
It is hot. It has been hot.
Good to see you today.
Good to see you. I kind of see it in the back. Before we get into it, what all have you done to it?
So the suspension was done before.
Yeah.
So what we did this time, we put some better bounty cut tires on it.
Yep.
Some more MSA wheels, but we bumped the horsepower way up. So we went from the 850 that it was before to Mr. RPM 1105. Race ported heads, race ported intake.
Yeah.
We bumped, and since we put Carrillo rods in it, we bumped the nitrous shot up a lot. Right now, we were working with about 46 horsepower at the motor before.
Yep.
Now we're about 90, 92 at the motor. And
Holy
we've got,
cow.
about a 40 shot of nitrous on it.
This thing is gonna be wild. I haven't yet to actually see it and sit on it yet, so let's just go ahead and take a peek. This thing looks insane, boys. Oh my gosh. Check it out. Peter, dude, what do you think? That thing is giant. So what all Robert did, other than just the full motor rebuild, he actually put these naders on it. He had them cut down, and they look so mean. Definitely cutting them down, cuts a lot of weight off them, gets them lighter, and these things are gonna hook in the mud. We got MSA wheels. We got a new set of MSA wheels. Big shout out and thank you to MSA. I have all their information linked down in the description. We're actually gonna be giving away a bunch of their shirts and merchandise. So guys, go down, follow them. I'll be picking some winners to win merchandise from MSA. They got some really cool merch. Now, Robert, you said you did everything to this thing, huh?
Full rebuild, because here's the problem. You know,
is that the old head?
Yeah, this is the old head. We bent a few valves, and
oh wait, can I see that again?
That's kind of what happens.
Gosh!
When the piston comes apart, and
so the piston cracked.
Well, you try to see how fast it would go. So we're trying to see how fast it gets through a mud hole, not how fast it will.
Yeah.
We put good parts back in it.
Yep.
A lot of billet part. It's ready for more nitrous now.
Really?
Yes, sir.
That does not look healthy at all. Now, if you guys remember, I held nitrous down on this thing for probably a little bit too long. The speedo was reading off, I think, like 92 when the motor went out. So being on 37s is a little sketchy, but we did it. It happened, but it's coming back bigger and better. This thing is absolutely sick. Hell yeah, son. Got the NOS hooked up, ready to roll again. I don't think I would be so tempted to push that button anymore, though.
It's definitely going to make you go faster, but it's going to make you spend a lot more money.
Yeah. Also, the last time we got this thing back, it was having a little bit of an issue with this axle popping out. But Robert, you went and fixed that?
Yeah, we O-ringed the circlip on it, put a little bit longer bar in it. shouldn't have no issues no more.
Perfect. That was basically the only issue we had once we got the bike back. And I mean, this thing was stock when I brung it here to Robert. Robert's actually with old Team Momentum over there. And I'm telling you, these guys, they win everything. Where's all your bikes? They're hiding? Okay, got it. We got the Super ATV portal still on there. We went with some different portals. The whole bike's been re-geared. We'll see how it runs now. Originally, low was super low. But I mean, there's nothing that was gonna stop the tires from turning. But now we should definitely have a lot more wheel speed, and maybe it'll run 100. What do you think? I love the new tires and wheels on it.
So Josh Milstead, Scoop and Groove out of Texas, actually cut these for us.
Okay.
He give us a great deal on them. He took a lot of weight out of them, so I'm really happy with them.
Yeah, no, they look good.
A lot of our big bikes.
Now, Robert, can we get the first start up? You want to start it? Hear the new motor? This thing should be so sick, boys. Hell yeah. I can smell it. That ain't 93. Shouldn't have cleaned my ears this morning. That thing is loud. That sounds so good. Cut this thing off real quick. I know that's not 93. What do you got in it?
We're running from Bobby Taylor Fuel out of Fayetteville. It's a Q16 VP fuel.
Okay, comes in the VP cans over there then.
It does. We run a Q16. It's real safe on nitrous, real safe on high compression. And to get these things to rev, I like a little bit of compression. To make it safe, we have a lot of octane for the nitrous.
Okay.
So it don't detonate.
Like last time?
Yeah, like last time.
Well, I guess there's only one thing left to do is hop on it, ride it around, and put it on the trailer. So let's get on it, baby. Dude, this thing is humongous. I forgot how much I missed this thing.
It's awesome,
I freaking missed it. So I guess I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna just hit it.
Alright.
I'm gonna see what she's got with the new motor. There's no way on this hard packed dirt I'm gonna find traction to listen to it cam.
It sounds smoother, baby.
Four-wheel drive. I'm gonna do a 10 roll. Whenever I get to y'all be rolling like 10, I'm just gonna stomp it. That is no joke. Robert, what the hell? And that's like spinning all fours.
Yeah, it was spinning all fours.
Oh yeah.
I watched.
There's definitely, I mean, it's definitely not grabbing the traction.
Get it in some soft ground. It'll be ready.
Oh, I bet. Well, let's just go ahead and let's get this thing on the trailer, get her home. Robert, I really appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
I really do. We'll get this thing on the trailer, get it back to the house, and get it in the garage, go over it with you guys, and take it out for a rip. Oh boy! Ladies and gentlemen, we've made it back to the house, and my goodness, is the Outlander sexy. Check this big thing out. Holy cow. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to MSA for sending out these wheels. Again, I'll have all their information linked down in the description. But we actually switched the tires. We got some cut tires on here now. I figured the Moto Havocs, I'll keep those as like my daily use tires. And then this will be my race setup with the cuts in them. Now I won't be doing many bounty holes. I just wanted to build a badass, big ass trail bike, and I think we went about as big as we can go. These will be my serious riding tires, man. Those things are gonna dig. The new MSA wheels look so freaking good, and the whole Audi, man, it looks so flawless. We got the new motor in it, and buddy, does it sound good. Like I was saying in the beginning of this video, this four-wheeler holds a ton of sentimental value to me. So it's one of those four-wheelers I'm not ever gonna sell, so dumping some money into it, it is what it is. And you can't really beat that. That look is so badass. Now we will be doing some more things to spruce up the looks of this thing. I don't know if we're gonna change the colors of the bike. I don't know if we're gonna step away from the green and maybe get everything repowder coated, or maybe just a wrap or something. I definitely wanna do something different to it. I don't know what yet. So put it down in the comments. What should we do to this thing to make it different? It is just that basic 2020 XMR color, which matches the X3, but we might get rid of the X3 eventually. I'm just kind of over it. I want a new X3, and I just want to leave it stock. All that horsepower, it's fun and everything, but they come plenty fast enough stock, and start doing things, you start breaking stuff. This thing should be pretty much bulletproof. Hopefully nothing crazy happens. That fresh motor in there is looking good, but everything's very beefed up. So hopefully everything holds up great. We'll definitely stick away from the NOS, and if we do use the NOS, we'll use little shots for now. We need to get as much use out of this thing as possible. possible. Went a little overboard last time, to say the least. I definitely want to put all the sponsors' logos on the bike. I'll probably forget some in this list, but MSA, Super ATV, PCF, RJWC. The list just goes on and on, so I definitely want to get stickers on this bike to represent them all. It's like every time I see it, that thing is just so big. Like, compare it to like anything in here. I mean, it's like, it's not even a fuller anymore. It's the size of a side-by-side. We got 6-inch portals, 6 inches worth of lift with the PCF, 37s. It's stretched. Pretty sure that's the X3 diff in the back. We've done so much to this thing, it's kind of like, you kind of lose track. It is not no stock Outlander anymore, man. That thing is, everything's touched. I just cannot get over how freaking good it looks. It's so badass. But let's go ahead. Let's get a start up. Get this thing started real quick. Oh my goodness, does it sound good. I can't get over that smell. Running the VP, it smells so good. The motor's fully built. It has everything done all of Robert's bikes have done to him. And that man knows how to build some motors. While it warms up, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the waders and the GoPro, and let's go give it its first rip. Now this thing is gonna be freaking rowdy, baby. Oh my goodness, I feel so high, dude. This thing's so high up off the ground, it's ridiculous. I love that I got the extra throttle over here. We gotta go throw this thing in the swamp. These tires, they're gonna freaking eat, man. Let's back this big girl out of the garage. This thing is huge, bro. Just gonna take this thing for a little rip. Now I'm gonna be a little easy on it today. It's the first day we've had it, so we'll really just ride this thing around. I'm not 100% sure on these snorkels, which is really bad to say, but I'm not exactly positive. Once I put these snorkels on here, it wasn't too long after. I think I sunk this thing or something. Throw her in the swamp. Should be good. Definitely gonna be sticking away from the NOS for now. That NOS is gonna be rowdy. We're actually running a bigger shot of NOS in it this time, so you thought it pulled hard last time. Holy cow. I'm pretty sure this thing, he said he dynoed it. Dynoed stock with the tires and everything. It was dynoing at like 48 horsepower, and now it's 91. And I think that's without NOS. So absolutely ridiculous. Hey, there's Peter. What are you doing? Why are you so short? Just cruising around on a little Polaris? I'd hate to run you over. I'm about to go put this thing in the swamp. I'm gonna let her warm up. I want to hit the throttle and see what kind of power it's got. Alright, this thing's warm enough, so these tires, unless they're in mud, they are not gonna grab traction. So we're gonna go ahead, kick her into 4-wheel drive, and we'll do like a 10 roll, so give it more of a chance to find traction. Because it's so dry, there's nothing other than the swamp that's gonna let these tires actually hook up. Alright, 4-wheel drive, we'll just stomp it at 10. We're in high, there's 10. Oh, 35, 40, 45. No way! Holy crap, that's spinning quite a bit off the jump. Can I get this thing to wheelie? There's no way. Not with these tires. I'm gonna have to switch over these tires to be able to do anything. Do another little 10 pull. Oh my gosh, dude! That's way too fast to be this big. That's as fast as a stock foiler, if not faster. Throw her back in 2-wheel drive. I'm gonna try to get it to see if I can come up at all with it. It's just gonna spin though. Yeah, the yard is gonna get destroyed. Yeah, there's no way. Let's run over to the swamp. A little 2-wheel drive. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, this thing's a beast. Oh my goodness. When we really start doing the speed test, I'm gonna be putting different tires on it, because these tires, they're gonna spin like mad, bro. They're not gonna hook up on dry. Oh, the swamp's low on water. Oh dude, what if I jumped it? We're sitting on top of the jump right now. I could jump it. I'm a little worried about the mud though. There's no water in the swamp. You see how low it is? It hasn't been this low in forever. This mud's gonna be the worst y'all have ever seen it. But we on the baddest machine, baby. We should be fine. Listen to it cam, dude. It's got that slight lope. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love it. It smells so good, that VP in it though. Oh my goodness, that smells wonderful. I hate to throw it in the swamp. It's so clean, bro. Let's hop up on this thing. I've yet to test low. I want to see how it pulls through here in high. Maybe we should try low first, and if it does really good, we'll do high. Last time I was able to turn the 37s in high in the mud, but low was geared so low, bro. Now I'm pretty sure low's geared higher. So let's just start in low because it's higher. Hopefully it does really good. This thing is a freaking animal, man. Throw her in 4-wheel drive. We'll just no diff lock, nothing. Look at that mud. This stuff's gonna grab. Holy cow. Hey, I'm just gonna stomp it. It's gonna grab in this mud. Oh my gosh. Woo! is a beast. Woo! Oh, we're gonna throw her in diff lock. That's diff lock right there. Let diff lock engage. That tire wasn't spinning. Right up and out. That's the worst the swamps has ever been, and it made that light work. Turn that diff lock back off. Let's turn this big girl around and hit it again. Sure, this thing don't turn worth a crap in four-wheel drive. Take her out of four-wheel drive real quick. Put her back and forth. I'm just gonna creep through it this time. See how deep this mud actually is. That's pretty deep. Slow roll it through here. Man, it's not spinning the tire at all. There, man. What was that? That's the belt slipping. Belt slipping a little bit. Once it actually finds all that traction. The thing is if you're full throttle, full lock, before the gearing was so low, you had to be in high. So you gotta find this like in between. Bro, this thing just took off though, man. This full throttle send it? Oh my gosh. Holy crap. We'll throw her in two-wheel drive. Let's go through it in two-wheel drive. So in four-wheel drive, when these tires are full hook in that mud, it sounds like the belt just skips a little bit. So we'll try two-wheel drive. The thing is, it's just like how I'm coming through this stuff. If you just stay full throttle, full lock, I mean, unless you get into some nasty stuff, you shouldn't have any troubles with that belt not grabbing. Let's go here and see what it's like. Woo! Oh yeah, not an issue. This thing's throwing some mud. Holy crap, this thing's giant. Oh, I can't get over that. Let's go through this stuff right here. This stuff should be bad. Oh yeah, this is real clumpy. Two-wheel drive, just pulling right through it. These tires are insane, dude. Just grabbing, man. No issue whatsoever. Need power steering. It's running around the edge of the swamp. This two-wheel drive, this stuff right here is the worst in the swamp. See if two-wheel drive's got it. Oh yeah, no problem. I feel like I gotta learn how to ride a four-wheelers all over again. This is just, it's a lot different. Let's go through that way. Now, this thing just crawls. Wow, what a beast. This thing is impressive, man. We gotta jump it a little bit. I just feel like we gotta, like, even if it's a slow jump. I mean, I might as well jump it. And we'll do a little jump. We'll do it in low. That's not like nothing crazy. Oh my gosh! What the hell is even that? Holy shit! Holy shit! That was way too smooth. What? That was way too smooth. I mean, it handled it just like a stock four-wheeler, bro. No difference. No difference on the landing or nothing. I almost want to say it's softer. How much air did I get? Let me watch it. Let's watch it. Because I didn't hit it fast or hard, but I felt the air time, and it wasn't. The landing was butter. Oh my gosh! Yeah. Let's do it again. I mean, in that case, I could hit it in high, but I think I want to make you guys wait for that. Dude, this thing handled that like it was nothing. It's funny, I gotta watch out for trees coming, like, to take off my head coming through the trails. Yeah, buddy, I handled it like nothing. I guess let's do it again. This thing's a beast. I kind of want to try it in high. Yeah, because that's low, and I can only get so much speed in low. So I'm going to throw her in high, and we're going to try to go through it in four-wheel drive high and see how it handles. And if it handles all right, then let's jump it in high. There's no reason not to. All right, four-wheel drive high. I'm going to send four-wheel drive high through this. And I really want to test out these gears and see what it's capable of. You shouldn't be going through this in four-wheel drive high. I don't think I'd do it on a stock four-wheeler. But how this thing was geared last time, it handled it just fine. What's the worst that can happen when we smoke a belt? Oh my. Not a freaking problem. That's almost better than low. You get more wheel speed that way, and it just hooks up and grabs. Holy shit, this thing's badass. I know I said I was going to do this on the next video, but bro, this is bad. I want to do it bad. All right, four-wheel drive high. Holy shit. Holy Holy shit! I felt the landing a little bit more there, but I mean, you could easily handle it. That's badass! From a dead dig in high. What? Maybe that wasn't the belt slipping earlier. I thought it was, but maybe not, because this thing's handling in high like it's nothing. I mean, I ain't even hitting NOS or nothing yet. So this thing is like 1180 big board, and everything imaginable has been done to this motor, but holy crap, that is unreal. Let me back up, get a little bit more speed off this ramp. All right, let's send it. Oh! Woo! Yeah, I about went over the bars that time. It hit and it hit. Yeah, that's called getting air right there. That was ridiculous. Yeah, it hit and it slowed down. One thing about this thing with these tires being so big, it's like you can't hardly get these bars to turn unless you're on the throttle. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the clutch earlier, because high is just fine in that stuff. Buddy, when I say I hit that time, I hit that time. Oh, I went whoop on the bars. The thing's so big, I wasn't coming off of it. But so it's pulling in high. My biggest thing is I gotta learn this spoiler before I could ever go race it or even enter a race. I mean, I'm just a dude out here doing this for fun. I don't know, there's a lot of people that think I'm trying to get in this stuff serious. I'm out here having fun. But what I need to figure out is the low and the high. I need to test those out. I'm very impressed. It's going through this in high, no problem. Like from a stop, in the gump in the swamp, in high, it's doing just fine pulling up and out. There's one time in low, I was smacking the throttle and it didn't want to grab. So maybe just smacking that throttle is something that's not gonna make that belt slip. I don't know, I got a lot to learn with it. I've ridden one on 50s around a parking lot, but that is it. Robert was telling me, I think I have it on video, I can't remember, I don't have a great memory. I think he was telling me that it dynoed at like 48 horsepower when they started. So I'm guessing that was on 37. Supposedly they come, I think these spoilers have 78 horsepower stock. Maybe it's 84 or 78, something like that, stock, but that could be from the crank, or that's also probably stock tires. Well, from the sounds of it, from the last time we had it to now, he has doubled the horsepower. It went from 48 to like 92 at the wheels. That is crazy. That is wild. It was somewhere right in that ballpark. My numbers might be a little off, but it's somewhere right there. The only thing that's different between a stock foiler and this that you can tell while riding it was, one, you got to duck for trees, but two is the power steering. Those big tires, they want to grab and hook and go a certain way. It's hard to overpower, even with the awesome power steering that Can-Am has. But other than that, most of the time anyway, they build these bikes for bounty holes. Straight line, freaking sending it, son. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get turned sometimes. I was expecting a lot of power, but I was not expecting the clutching to work that well. And these tires, dude, I mean, look at them. Come look at these things. These are naders that have been chopped. A guy in Texas did them. And so they cut all the weight off of them and recut the paddles. They're soft. They got sharp edges, all that weight's gone. He freaking shaved it. Come look at the shaving job he did. He trimmed this thing down to the wires and it's buttery smooth. I mean, you can see the wires in there. I mean, I don't see one bad spot on the tire. The guy that did these did a hell of a job. Very impressed with the swamp. We got a lot of riding we're gonna be doing on this thing. I know a lot of you guys are like, where's spoiler videos? Well, they're coming back. See, I can't just, we've done enough stock stuff. It's time for something different. Let's get me chubbed up, bro. This is wild. So we're gonna go put this thing in the pond. We played in the swamp enough. We'll be back to play in the swamp probably pretty soon. But let's go play in the pond and get this thing washed up a little bit. My microphone and my helmet's soaked. This thing throws so much water and mud on you, but it's like, what can you expect? Thing is ginormous. So another thing that I gotta do whenever I start this thing, it's kind of different learning curve. I gotta give it, you know, probably 2,000, 3,000 RPM right here whenever I start it. Apparently something about if it cuts off and kicks back on the starter, it's not good for it. It could really mess something up. He said it was like a $700 fix, so I'll be sure doing that. Honestly, I don't know where I would need the NOS. If I was racing, yes, of course I'd use the NOS. Getting off that line extremely quick if the tires are gonna grab and hook up. But it's almost like you have to have such a perfect scenario for these tires to actually hook up, to use the NOS and actually get advantage out of it. I mean, right now we're doing no bottle. We have not used the bottle. And this thing is just, I'd be scared to use the bottle. I mean, this thing is an animal. We're definitely gonna use the NOS, don't get me wrong, but I don't see a whole lot, unless we switch the tires on this thing to get hella traction. It's gonna be hard using that NOS and really seeing how hard this thing pulls. Man, there's just been so many memories on this four-wheeler, and to see it now, holy crap, absolutely insane. I'm a little worried about these snorkels leaking. We should be so high up in the pond. We should be all right, at least I think. Peter's actually been coming and bass fishing the little pond. Me and Peter made a video series on this pond, and we came and stocked this pond full of, we put like, I don't know, 10 bass in it, 40 bluegill, bunch of crawdads, minnows, yada yada yada. And it's actually, we came and fished it. This is doing really good. The fish are growing and getting a lot bigger. And this is a small pond. Let's go ahead, throw this thing in low, and try to creep through here. I highly doubt this thing's gonna try to float or anything. If it did, that'd be a little nerve-wracking. I'm kind of wondering if I had a belt leak. So that's one thing I want to kind of ride around and try to figure out. See if I got a belt leak, and maybe that's got some water on the belt, and that's what caused it to spin the belt like that. Shoo, this pond's deep. Hell yeah, baby. That should have let water in. Lower and high, two-wheel drive. Holy shit. Holy crap. That is unreal. That is unreal. See if I can get it to wheelie off this. Holy crap, son. This thing is not a joke. I'm tempted to take it through the center of the pond, but I want to go over these snorkels, make sure they're airtight before I do anything like that. We'll have to come back to the pond to really test it. Send her deep. That's high, like no issue. In high, no issues whatsoever. Get a little pull. Damn, man, that is unreal. So we can't get it to wheelie up right here. Front tires came a little bit off the ground. It's gonna be hard to get this thing to wheelie. Putting traction to the ground is gonna be hard. I'm just not a big fan of this snorkel setup. The way it goes together, it just looks like you got a lot of loose joints that could freaking take on water. I'm gonna try to get a shot of me busting through these cattails real quick for the montage. Should look pretty sick. Didn't even knock the cattails over in the center of where I went through because it's so freaking tall. It just pushed them over a little bit. That is crazy. Look at where I came out of it. Just spinning, son. Oh, shit. Oh, I started turning and this thing just freaking started sliding out on me. This thing is nutty, boy. N-U-T-T-Y, nutty. I was trying to slow down and the ass did start coming out. You can see right there where it happened. This thing's got too much braking power in the front and not any in the rear. And my rear brake don't work. It's kind of sad. How am I supposed to do hand drags, baby? Look at this stuff. I'm gonna just drive right over this stuff and not even get hit. I am so impressed with it. Robert killed it. Last time Robert did it, the gearing was a little bit high, was probably perfectly fine, but low was so low you'd really only use it if it was like some thick stuff and you came to a stop. But we switched over the gear and man, it's flawless. Not an issue. High is just fine. Low, just fine as well. I don't think anything with me slowly pulling into it, slowly getting into the throttle is gonna stop low. The only thing that happened was I think from when I was just whacking the throttle, the belt just, I should have slowly got into it and built it up. Just whacking that throttle, because it wasn't smoking it. It was almost like the belt was skipping a little bit. At least that's what I think. I don't know. I just ride four-wheelers here and there for the fun of it. What in the hell is that? We break that front diff? What is that? That can't be mud. I mean, everything looks good. What is that? All the mud back here looks kind of like the same color. I mean, it smells like mud. And it's all up down through there. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that is. Doesn't look like a fluid. Pretty sure that's just mud. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, we finally got the big Audi back. Look at this big, sexy beast. The big Audi has returned. And I feel like this is that song, back again, then get, however it freaking goes. Guess who's back again. Thing is an absolute tank. We're very happy with it, very impressed with how this turned out from Robert. This thing is killer, dude. That motor and that gearing is just perfect combination. These tires too, ain't nothing stopping these freaking things. We'll probably take these things off for now, switch it back over to these on these beautiful MSA wheels, and this will be my daily setup because the Moto Havocs, they got a little bit more of a pad, so they're gonna grab a bit more than that. Those are I don't think these are gonna grab hardly anything on hard pack, at least more than that. But if you guys would hit the thumbs up button, like and subscribe, let's blow this video up. You guys, every Outlander video, every big Outlander video, you guys have blown up. So hit that like, share the video around. Let's keep that trend going. This thing is absolute tank. And tell me down in the comments what you want to see out of it. Bigger airtime, more sins? Let me know, guys. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.